I am so excited to be back. I just had an amazing vacation in Italy for like 8 days, and I love traveling, but I love coming home. And when I was on vacation, you know, I just had like a really minimal like makeup routine. I'm with my family. I'm not spending an hour a day doing my makeup. I'm keeping it real low key, a little more low key than I really like. So as soon as I got back, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna do my hair, I'm gonna do my makeup. I feel like being glam. I have nothing to do today except for like unpack and do laundry, but I'm gonna look really glam doing it. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but the first thing we're gonna do is get the hair out of the way. And then let's just see, I like missed all my makeup. I just brought such a small amount of makeup with me today, or on vacation. So it was just like so nice to come back and have all my stuff again. So we're just in my bathroom right now. I'm sorry the background is like not amazing, but I hope that you will focus on the makeup and join me. So let's do, I have a little moisturizer on. I'm just gonna do a little extra sunscreen because I'm kind of anal about that. And as I get older, I just feel like it's really helped that I've been about sunscreen my whole life, because I feel like a lot of sun damage I still have some obviously, but I feel like it's better than maybe it could have been if I hadn't used so much sunscreen my whole life. So I feel like if you're like in your teens and 20s, use your sunscreen now because you're banking that skin for when you're in your 40s and beyond, because it kind of shows up later. So let's see, what are we gonna do? We're a little moisturized. Let's start with the eyes. You know, it's really weird. I've been kind of like doing more like glam in the face and like less in the eyes, kind of keeping it clean. So yeah, let's kind of go with that. So we're gonna use a little MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This is like one of those cream eyeshadows that if you watch YouTube, especially like in yesteryear, everybody was using paint pots. I've been a MAC girl for many years. I love MAC. I probably always will. I feel like now there's just so many brands that maybe they are not totally in the forefront, but I see what they're doing and they're innovating, and it's just a brand that I have always really responded to and really used since probably high school, definitely college. All right, so while the moisturizer slash sunscreen is sinking in, I'm gonna use a little bit of this. I kind of bounce around. I'm gonna use No Problem Primer because I have noticed that I'm seeing these like pores kind of pop up, maybe a little more than I like. So I'm just kind of putting that in those areas. I notice that most primers, like they work, but more is not more. So you want to be like really sparing with it, or it almost has like the opposite effect. Like it makes you look cakey and makeupy. Should I zoom in a little bit? Yeah, let's zoom in a little bit. Sorry if that's a little too much. So let's see. Smooth that out. We're gonna let all that skincare and priming kind of do its thing. Hello, Tom Ford. So I'm gonna use this nice Tom Ford brush. This is, you know what? This is the number 13, and it's been a great brush. My husband actually got it for me because he like realized I like Tom Ford brushes, so he just, he kind of keeps getting them for me, which I'm totally okay with. I wouldn't buy them for myself. I think they're way too expensive, but as a gift, why not? Now should we use this? So I just recently got this in my BoxyCharm. Not something I would ever pick for myself, but that might be fun. I feel like this is going to be a little too orange for my skin tone, so I'm going to start with my Naked Basics. This is like just a standby product. I had gotten it probably a couple years ago, and I kind of just was like, oh, whatever, but I've been busting it out, and it's been kind of a mainstay. So I'm just going to put this over the primer. If you hear little kids in the background, it's just my kids. They're just like so happy to be home, playing with their toys again. Everybody had a great time, but usually when we have like a big trip like that, we'll just like the next day, it's just like we let them hang out, we let them just play, we don't make them do anything, except we're just like be kids, because they need a rest. They had a long traveling day yesterday. That didn't really do a whole lot in terms of color, but I do like to set my cream eyeshadow, that either if it's a primer or a cream eyeshadow that I'm using as a primer, because I find things just blend better. Now this one I brought with me, I didn't use it a whole lot because I didn't do a whole lot of colors, but I do love this brown script, and I think that now that I have like dark hair with like a reddish undertone, which is actually my natural color, this is a color I would never have used when I was blonde. It just would not have looked good on me, but now these are colors that like I I'm using now. Granted, I've had this dark hair for like 7 years now, but it's still a new discovery. I'm still like, sometimes forget that I'm not blonde because I was blonde for so long. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this color Epic, now that I've kind of set that crease color, or really all over the lid color, and I'm gonna put a little bit of this, just like a very little bit into the crease. And you can see it's like a little bit orange, but I'm wearing this kind of like orangey, let me take my apron off. I'm wearing this like orangey yellow shirt, so like maybe it'll all make sense, or maybe it won't, and that's okay because it's just makeup. And then I'm gonna get a little of this brown script, and I'm gonna bring that in a little bit more. And I'm gonna keep the lids like kind of basic, nothing too crazy. We'll see what happens, but that's my intent as of now. Okay, and we'll deepen that a little bit. And I noticed actually in this Festival by Pure, this is the palette that I was using, there is something really similar to Brown Script. This is called Hidden Desert. Let's actually swatch it so we can see. Hidden Desert. Okay, it's pretty red.
I need a wall so I don't...
Brown Script. Oh, you guys, that's like pretty much identical. This one is Hidden Desert from Pure, and this one is Brown Script from MAC. So they're pretty much identical. Isn't that funny how like I wouldn't have gone for that. I wanted to go for Brown Script, and then I had it the whole time. So I'm just gonna bring a little bit more of that in, and then I'm gonna go back to my Tom Ford, and I'm just gonna kind of like blend it and diffuse it. Okay, so that's like no big deal. Now we gotta play with some of these like more glittery colors. Let's go in with Psychedelic. This is just like a nice gold color. And I'm not sure if it's gonna be too orange for me, but we'll see. I'm gonna use my ring finger because it really is the best way to make the shimmers pay off if that's what you're going for. It's a little orange for me, I'm not gonna lie, it's not really the best color on me, but that's okay. And let's do a little bit of gold, Good Vibes next to it. This is another one. I'm gonna go in right with the same ring finger. And we'll just go there. I'm gonna make this work. Like, I find that sometimes these super warm tones do not look amazing on me. They might look amazing on someone with like a darker skin tone, but I'm gonna wear them anyway, and I think we can make them look pretty good. So, okay, that's good. And then, let's see, let's get a little darker. The first thing I'm gonna do is go in with a liner though. Let's see, where is that liner that I was really enjoying? I brought so few products with me on vacation. It was a great opportunity to like use everything multiple times and know if I really liked it or not. So if you're going on vacation and you have some products and you're like, I want to see if I like this or not, I'm not sure if I like this or not, bring it with you on vacation and then you will know. I love this one. I knew I did. Anyway, this is a warm brown eyeliner. It is called Bittersweet, and it's a Pro Long. Oh my gosh, it's a lip pencil. It's actually a lip pencil, but I use it as an eyeliner, so who knew? And I'm gonna just kind of use this on my top lid. Not like thick or anything, just enough to like really create a border. And I always have favored more of like a top heavy look, but I think as we get older, it looks a little more youthful. I see a lot of women my age and older like putting a lot of black on the bottom, and I think that it kind of drags your eyes down and it actually ages you a little bit. So if you're kind of still doing your makeup like you may have done it in like 8th grade and now you're like in your 40s, 8th grade was like a really long time ago, try going a little more top heavy and see if it works for you. Okay, so that I'm actually kind of liking, even though it is a little orange. And then I want to just get like a dark brown. Let's see, what should we use? Something just like a little bit darker. And I'm going to go over that eyeliner that I did. Let's go in, I'm just have the Charlotte Tilbury palette. So I'm going to go in with this one here and a nice skinny brush like this. And I'm just going to kind of like smooth it because I don't want this to be like too fussy or like hard to replicate. Like that is not what I'm going for. I'll just do a little bit into the lower lash line, but I'm not going to do a lot there. And I can tell that the liner's already set a little bit, which is fine, because we kind of did what we needed to do. And now I'll just go in a little bit more with this Hidden Desert, which looks like Brown Script. And then this one is All Night. These are actually pretty fun colors. And you can kind of go for the neutral stuff, or you could use the wild like pinks and purples, which I'll probably use less of. But this is a fun palette. I think I'm going to actually enjoy using it.
Okay, guys, I had to switch into voiceover. I'm just taking these two light colors and I'm kind of going over the border and up to the brow bone here just to kind of smooth things out.
Now, while we're here, let's do some brows because I start to get very confused when like my eyes start to come together and then like my brows are looking really rough or like not there in my case. So let's do some browage. And I'll probably go ahead and do it on the other eye too, because you can do your brows before you do your eye makeup. Like, don't think you can't. In fact, I don't really think that there's like a proper order. Like, some people will do their mascara and then do the eye makeup. For me, it gets like a little messy that way, but I've actually heard of makeup artists doing that and people doing that. The bottom line is like, it's makeup. So like, if something is working for you, like, who cares? If it's working, why, you know, it's just makeup. Back to my fashion effects. Now I'll tell you, this is a MAC like Pro Longwear eyeshadow in these like larger containers. I'll probably have this until I'm 100 years old because I pretty much use it exclusively for my brows because it is the most perfect brow color for me personally. I've used, you know, Omega and Copper Plate and other colors like that, Wedge even. This is the best color. And now that I've done my brows, I see like a few stray hairs because let's face it, I've been on vacation. I don't even think I brought tweezers with me. And I certainly wasn't like sitting down doing my makeup like this. So I'll just kind of like tweeze the stray hairs. So what I'm gonna do now is like go and do the other eye and then we'll come back and we'll like put the face together and like make things happen.
Okay, guys, so I'm just using a little bit of the Hourglass Veil cream foundation stick, and I'm using the warmer beige color, and then I'm using Shell on my face. And then what I do is I've kind of been like kind of carving it out, and it works kind of as like a little bit of a bronzer slash contour, and then just using a little bit of Tarte Shape Tape. So I have like 3 products, 3 colors, and then I'm just going to blend them together. I've been doing this lately. I saw it in one of Tati's videos, and I'm absolutely loving the technique, and it's kind of been like my go-to, and I'm loving the results. And then I'm just kind of buffing everything in, but trying not to mix everything together too much so it's muddy, like just enough that it's like blended, but you can still see like where I wanted the warmth, where I wanted the light, and then where just the Shell foundation color, which is a pretty good color for me, especially in the summer, just kind of blending in. And as you can see, it's like just kind of working together. Those products just work really well together.
And I'm gonna kind of like go over that contour a little bit because I want it to be a little bit deeper. And I'm gonna actually use, I rediscovered how much I like this palette when I was on vacation because this is what I brought. So like I really forced myself to use it. Because that's what I find is like if I have too many choices, like I don't get to use everything. There's a little more contour. I don't know why I have to say contour. Contour up here. You can't see it so much because I have a light kind of shining on me, but it's definitely there like in person. We don't want it to be there too much.
Okay, so just taking a step back, I want everything to be set in place. So I'm taking a little bit of the Coty Airspun. This is like an oldie but goodie. And I'm just going to use a beauty sponge. And I'm just going to press it under the eyes, pretty much any place I want everything to be set. And then I'll usually go like between my eyebrows, just in the center of my forehead and around my nose, just areas that I don't want to be glowy. I don't get too shiny these days, but just a little bit of powder I find works well. And then I'm going in with a little bit of bronzer. This is the Marc Jacobs one that I love. And I'm just kind of adding a little more warmth because why not? I'm using like such warm eyeshadows. I may as well warm up the whole face. And then I'm going into this great NARS blush palette and I'm just mixing these 2 colors together using the same brush because then I find like it's just really seamless and nice. Okay, so now we're just doing lashes, just curling the eyelashes, really nothing new here. And then I'm going to use a lash primer. And then my go-to right now is the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Okay, let's wrap this up. Taking the other NARS blush palette, and I'm using that highlighter shade with just like a really feathery brush, just kind of like on all the high points. I'm going in with a little bit of MAC Coffee Eye Pencil just to give my eyes a little more of like a smoldering effect. It's like a really dark brown, and I'm getting it just on like the inner lash line, top and bottom. Not too thick. I just want like my eyes to look really almond shaped and like a little drawn out. I'm loving this little brush that I got from my BoxyCharm. It's a Luxie. It could be a lip brush or a highlighter, and I'm just going on the inner corner and also a little on the Cupid's bow. I'm taking this neutral lip pencil, and I'm just generously kind of drawing on the outer rim of my lips because I'm going to try to make them look a little bit bigger. Using this lipstick, I kind of felt this one was a little bit too pink, so I grabbed a little bit of MAC Ravishing, which is a little more orange, and I put that on top, and I felt like that was a really nice balance. Then a little bit of lip gloss going up to the edges just to make my lips look really full and like juicy and like bring it all together. And that's pretty much where we're at, just like pulling out my hair, getting it shook out. And that's pretty much where we're at.
All right, guys, so that's the finished look. I put some hot rollers in my hair just to kind of smooth it out because I'm not really like a hairdresser or like blow dryer kind of person. So it's usually hot rollers or frizzy hair. So anyway, I hope you like the look. I have to say I'm actually liking it more than I thought I was going to when I first put that color on. But I think it's just like, here's the thing, you put on a color and you're like, oh, I don't know, keep going and you can probably make it work. I think because I have this sort of like orangey yellow shirt on, maybe not my color either, but like I think we have a little theme going on. Anyway, thanks for watching the video and I will see you in the next one very soon. Bye.